Hey everyone, Token Dave over here, the dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by. And welcome to another edition of the Godzilla Garage, where I exclusively talk about Godzilla and Godzilla related content. This edition of the Godzilla Garage is in conjunction with the Token 5, my top 5 list for a particular subject matter. Well, in this case, it's not a top 5, it is the bottom 5, because we are scraping the bottom of the barrel here. So, yeah, by this time, I probably loaded one of the videos for my 10 favorite Godzilla movies, but now we're going into the other end of the spectrum. We're going into the 5 movies that I really detest in this franchise. So, yeah, these are my least 5 least favorite Godzilla movies. Now, I'm going from 5 to 1. So 5 being the one that doesn't bother me as much, but is still bad. And number 1 is my least favorite movie in the whole franchise. So let's get to this by starting out with number 5. 1998. Okay. Confession. I actually enjoyed this movie when I first watched it, alright? Now, bear in mind a couple of things. 1, at the time, I did not think the Americans could ever do a Godzilla movie, the way the Japanese did. So, I didn't mind that this didn't have the invincibility or invulnerability at the time. I already was like, yeah, Americans, this is their best take, Did not realize the cultural impact and importance of Godzilla at that time. I knew he was a pop culture icon in Japan, but I didn't know about his historical importance, And as I learned, I began to like this movie less and less. Now, that said, it is entertaining. It's an entertaining, monster movie, Granted, though, it is still a ripoff of Jurassic Park, and Roland Emmerich really did not respect the source work. The only good character in this movie is Jean Reno, and I forgot what the name of his character was. Philippe. Yeah. As much as I like Matthew Broderick, nope, bad choice for this movie. And I will say, this movie had an awesome marketing campaign and an awesome soundtrack. And it does pass the time. But other than that, yeah, number 5. Number 4, Godzilla Planet Eater. I was very close of putting this as number 5, but I at least, there's some entertainment value in 98. And Planet Eater, it just pissed me off. I mean, at this point, I was checked out of the franchise, and the way they did Ghidorah, granted, as massive as he is, it still didn't make it interesting. We saw things with Mephius coming a mile away. The religious context in this was just shoved down our throats. I didn't give 2 craps about Haruro. I didn't care if he was banging both of the Mothra twins, which that cameo from Mothra, that shadow silhouette, screw you guys. How could you have a Godzilla movie where I don't really give a crap about Godzilla? Seriously, I didn't care for Godzilla at all. And I'm just like, the only thing good in this movie is the fact that Haruro dies, but oh god, the anime trilogy. Ugh. I don't need to go into any detail because I already put my review of it up. Anyway, number 3, Godzilla vs. Sea Monster, or Ebirah, Horror of the Deep. We just had Godzilla vs. Monster Zero, or Invasion of Astral Monster, and it got followed up by this piece of crap that was originally supposed to be a King Kong movie, which explains why Godzilla had a thing for the native chick. I mean, don't get me wrong, she was hot in that movie, but still, like, Godzilla getting resurrected by lightning. Well, then again, that happened in my favorite movie. But then again, that was actually atomic lightning because there was the atomic bomb that exploded in the atmosphere and everything, and that revived Godzilla. So yeah, screw that, you know. Anyway, and then like the fight with Ebera, which Godzilla, you have atomic breath. Just breathe on that freaking lobster and like freaking put some butter on it. Seriously, you know. There were way too many characters in this, and Akira Takarada's, you know, talents were wasted in this movie. And Mothra was also wasted in this movie. And the actor that played like Dr. Shirazawa in the original, he's an okay villain, but the Red Bamboo Army are just freaking incompetent. Yeah, this movie was a struggle to get through, and this is why it's number 3 on my list. Number 2, Godzilla Sitting on the Edge of Battle. Oh, fuck this movie. I mean, excuse me, but okay, granted, all the other movies I mentioned on this list, there was some entertainment value, little but some. This movie's just boring as hell, and I'm of the minority that liked, you know, Planet of Monsters or Monster Planet, but then with Sitting on the Edge of Battle, I was bored throughout the whole movie. I could care less about the chick that wanted to bang Haruro. I liked Haruro less and less. You know, he went from going like a Captain Ahab, you know, equivalent to just, you know, whiny, angsty freaking teen and all. Mephius being the only interesting character, but still, you see him coming a mile away. Them teasing the fight with Mechagodzilla instead fighting a giant city, which is supposed to sound cool, but it's like it's a lot lamer, you know. Oh, there is something good about this movie. The ending. The ending was actually awesome. But then again, it got ruined by the post-credit scene. So screw this movie. Man, this movie just came out last year. It would, and wow. Number 1, Godzilla's Revenge or Giant Monsters All Out Attack. Oh, you know a movie is bad when you're 7 years old and you're easily impressionable and you have a kid character that you yourself don't like, that even though you identify with, you don't like it. And this movie is just terrible. In fact, I just watched this weekend for the first time since 1987. I avoided this movie for over almost 30 years. And after rewatching it, it reinforced why I hated this movie. You know, if you didn't like Manila in the other movies, you'll hate him in this. And I think this is the reason why everyone hates Manila, because of this movie. Gabra is useless. All that stock footage in there, I didn't even notice it was stock footage as a kid, but it still bothered me as a kid. And the ending plot, I understand what they were going for, like, you know, with the social commentary of children at that time, but still, this movie is just terrible. The worst of the whole franchise. And yes, these are the 5 movies that I really don't like in the whole franchise. Agree, disagree? Drop me a comment below. Give me a like. Follow me on Facebook at Token Dave or Twitter and Instagram, TokenDave80. Subscribe and ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, this has been Token Dave, Dorky Token Black Guy who's just trying to get by. Catch up with y'all later.